I'm Raul Fontanez, and I'm actually here to pitch in my idea for a film. An action film slash crime thriller and action. A lot of action. The name of the movie is called Beyond the Law. And basically what that movie is, a brief summary of it, is a man who was in the front lines of the army has, he's been in the front lines for 5 years, and he comes home. And he comes home to his wife, but then afterwards he goes to hang out with his friends, football, Monday Night Football or Super Bowl, something like that. And he gets a phone call from this random stranger saying, he kidnapped his wife and his son or daughter, and he has to figure out how to find them, but he has to figure out how to find them by himself. He's not going to get clues. He's going to get clues, yeah, but not solid clues. Like, go to this place and kill this person. No. You go to this place, figure it out. That's basically it. He has to play by his own rules. How is he going to find out, what am I doing here? What do I got to do here? But that's basically it. He's on the search for his wife and his daughter slash son. This film was really inspired by, what's that movie, Taken? It was really inspired by Taken. I like 12 Rounds with John Cena. It's a really good movie. It was also a little bit inspired by Fast and Furious, for the car chases and scenes and all that kind of stuff. It's top notch. There's 2 characters in this movie. There's Mac Ramsey and Milo. Milo's last name, I can't remember from the top of my head. But basically what the plot of this is that, Mac Ramsey, he's a US veteran. He's been away from home for 5 years, but he's been in the army for 10 years. And he's in the middle of war, and he comes home, and he's kind of like a very brave man, very willing to take risks and chances, maybe hesitant just a tiny bit, but he's a risk taker, he's brave, and he gets things done. He's determined. He's a determined man. Milo, he's more of an Pakistan kind of man. He's more of a Pakistan kind of man from that side of the world who was in war along with his brother. And his brother died in that war. And Milo is more he's been more sick, twisted, like he can't think straight and all that stuff since his brother died. It kind of changed who he was before. And before, he was more of like a concentrated kind of man. Like, he knew what he wanted, he knew where he wanted to go, and he would get it done. So Mac has been in war for quite a while. And everything that he did in that war kind of follows him back after he killed Milo's brother, which, he didn't know he killed Milo's brother. So all of that comes back to haunt him. And that causes a mess in the U.S. because now Mac's family gets kidnapped and he has to find a way to save them with very little clues. And he has to play this game his way, doing things that he wouldn't want to do that Milo wants to see. How far will you go to save your family? So now Mac is, he is doing justice on his terms. How far will he go to save his family? That is pretty much the plot line. Also, the plot hasn't really changed over the month. It's stayed the same. The only thing that I would have to say about the plot and the movie and the details is there was more that was added. Like more details, more plot twists, a little more writing of the script. It was more of that. Other than that, the idea is still the same, the characters are still the same. I mean, Milo was added. Milo was added and his brother was added. I forgot his brother's name. They were added. And it's basically that. It's just added stuff. Nothing's really changed over the month of the pre-production for this film. I want Michael Bay to produce this film only because I love Michael Bay's work. He's my favorite director, and it's who else better, that's a good budget right there for the film too. Michael Bay with Platinum Dunes teaming up with Paramount Pictures. successful movie? Yes. The reason I choose Michael Bay is because he's my favorite director, and I've seen the action films that he does. His action is kind of what I want to do with my films, except the difference is my films will have a storyline, a better storyline, a more concrete storyline. But that's the industry professional that I would want to work with on this film. This movie is actually going to be rated PG-13. I'm not big on R movies. Some of them are just too gory. But the marketing criteria that I would have to say would be the ages from 13 to 30. Those are the majority of the people that actually you wind up seeing in theaters. That's the market range, because those are the amount of people that actually go to actually watch a movie on the day it came out, the weekend it came out. They don't wait 4, 5, 6 days or a week or two to go see a movie. They go pretty much on that weekend. That's the marketing criteria. I would also like to thank Paramount Pictures and Platinum Dunes for producing this movie. It's going to be a great movie. Best movie of all time. Action-packed, thriller, crime, all that good stuff. Stay tuned.